Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB and welcome to the preview of Barcelona against Elche live from the Camp Nou tonight in the Copa del Rey. Now it's going to be a really interesting game. I mean, in terms of the actual game, Elche are lying bottom of La Liga. Barcelona, of course, lost their last game, so it's going to be an interesting one in that concern. But it's more the fact that this is the game after everything has gone on. Of course, you've had so many rumours over the last few days. Luis Enrique apparently was very, very close to being sacked and still could be sacked if the next two games don't go his way, but he's been said that he has not got an ultimatum from Bartomeu, who is the president. Bartomeu himself yesterday was involved in some massive news when he announced that there would be summer elections instead of in 2016 as originally planned. So that was a big moment for the club, and I do believe they made that announcement yesterday with this game in mind, because going into this game it looked as though the fans would really turn. We'd lost to Real Sociedad. Lionel Messi was on the bench. There's been a lot of rumours that he was heading out of the club and possibly going to the Premier League, and you just got the feeling that when the guys turned out at the Camp Nou today, there would be absolute uproar. The fans would be getting out their handkerchiefs, waving them, they'd be booing, they'd be whistling, there would be a lot of anxiety in the stadium and outside as well, and I think the board thought, hang on a sec, we've got to act on this, we've got to do something now, because these fans will not accept anymore. And Lionel Messi's actions brought that on, and finally now we have got our wish. We are going to get a new board in the summer, and that's certainly moving forward. But on to the game itself. It's a big one. At the end of the day, the season doesn't stop here. We've got to keep going. We've got Luis Enrique as our manager. We've got our players now. We have to keep going. It's as simple as that. We're still involved in 3 competitions. We've still got the league. We're still in the Copa del Rey and the Champions League, of course. So tonight's a big game. Let's go and win it. Let's go and try and put the game to bed in the first leg, because, of course, the Copa del Rey ties, they're all played over 2 legs, except from the final, of course. So tonight's going to be an interesting one. I think in terms of the game, the opposition isn't great. We should go there with a positive mindset. It's all about bouncing back now from that unfortunate loss at Real Sociedad. The team for me will be, of course, predicting Luis Enrique's lineups. I've got to be honest, every single podcast I've done this season, I don't think I've predicted one correctly. So, let's have a go. Let's see if maybe we can break that duck tonight. I think Ter Stegen will start in goal, because I think Masip played in the last round against Huesca. So I think Ter Stegen will be back in goal. Claudio Bravo left out of the squad, of course, because he plays all the league matches. Right back's an interesting one. I'm going to go with Dani Alves. Left on the bench against Real Sociedad. Douglas left out the squad tonight, so it's between Alves and Montoya. Montoya, I thought, had a really poor game against Sociedad. He was skinned a few times, he was out of position a few times as well, and his final ball wasn't very good. So I'd probably go with Dani Alves tonight. I said earlier on I'd probably go with Adriano at left back, because Jordi Alba plays a lot of games. He's our regular left back. He plays most games. Adriano hasn't had that many starts this season, and I think this could be a good game to just drop him in there and see how he performs. Centre-back pairing, I think Gerard Piqué will certainly return to the lineup. He was one of the players on the bench for that game against Sociedad, and I think Marc Bartra will be alongside him. We haven't seen Bartra for a while. He's been left out of a few squads, so I think that we're going to see Bartra alongside Piqué tonight. In defensive midfield, Busquets left out of the squad, so he may well see Mascherano in that defensive midfield spot, but I do think that Luis Enrique will go to Sergi Samper, who has been included tonight, which is really, really good news. If there's one positive thing you could say about Luis Enrique, it is the fact that he's had, enough courage to use the younger players, and certainly Sergi Samper, it's really nice to see as much of him as we are doing. So Samper in terms of midfield, Rafinha left out the squad. I'm really disappointed with that one. I thought Rafinha played really, really well the last time we saw him, and that was against Huesca. I thought he played really well then. I'm surprised he's not in the squad. He trained okay yesterday, so not really sure why he isn't there. But I think centre midfield will be possibly Sergio Roberto, and I also think Rakitic will return to the lineup again. He was one of the ones on the bench at the Anoeta. Xavi was in the squad originally, Iniesta left out, but since then Xavi has had a slight leg injury. He was actually a doubt now to miss the game against Atletico Madrid, so I think Iniesta will come into the squad, but he wasn't originally in it, so I certainly don't think that he'll start tonight. He'll get some rest on the bench. The front three, though, is one hell of a topic, really, isn't it? He's got to bring Lionel Messi back to the starting lineup. Surely he has. And the same could be said for Neymar, and Luis Suarez needs some confidence. So it may well be Elche, they may well be bottom of the league, but I think tonight, even with Atletico Madrid a few days away, I'd go with all 3 of them. Start Neymar, Suarez and Messi, get them linking up, get them some game time together, get the confidence going, and see if we can put this tie to bed. You can always put them on, you can always start them, and then you can take them off and rest them. Better to start with them than bring them on later on, as we saw at the Anoeta. So that's my lineup. I've no idea what it's going to be, of course. Things can change as quickly as the weather, so Leave your thoughts down below, guys. What do you think the lineup will be tonight? What would be your preferred lineup? And of course, leave your score predictions as well down below. I'm going to be nice and positive here. I'm going to come with a good reaction. There's going to be a good positive response. The crowd are going to have a little bit of things to smile about. I'm going to go with 4-0 Barcelona, and let's hope that one comes true as well. A quick word on Sandro, though. He's not included in this squad. I'm quite disappointed with that as well. He's had a lot more, good opportunities. He's had some good games for us, but he's not been given the chances. Recently, Munir's been in the squad, not really sure why that is. Munir doesn't quite seem ready for La Liga yet, doesn't quite seem ready to make that big step up. Physically, he's not quite ready. So I would personally go with Sandro, but Luis Enrique continues to use Munir. He clearly has talent, but not quite ready, I feel, to be really thrust into the big action. But who knows? Let's see what happens. So 4-0 Barca I'm going to go with. Leave your thoughts below. I'll see you very, very soon. Best of luck tonight and enjoy the game. Visca Barca!